to anchor.
Starting to clear some of that center util. They've gotten their way into this B site. Why are you trying to play from behind this cyber cage? But K9 is dealt with Juicy. That's a play towards mid. Now, there's less of a timer on BILIBILI. Awareness, of course, of a play through market. They've got to get going, and YZ wastes no time touching on down, but can't play off the flash that comes onto the defenders. Wolves are stalwart here on this pistol. And Levius is trapped here at Switch. Spring will step up to dispatch him. He takes first contact, knows now. The BILIBILI are trying to push up into upper. He's going to have to work them down. Flash might have been available, but Spring is handled. Juicy tries to fall back off the line. Relay Bolt forces it back to a degree, and YZ is dealt with, but this is good trading for the attackers now. Lysor is overwhelmed in hell. Shieldfat has a chance to intervene, but BILIBILI disperse themselves around the site, and even though K9 gets the drop on Shieldfat, he can't convert.
Oh, that's a beautiful flash, Musha. Excellent timing to play off of it.
One health, one singular point of health. Shieldfat, I like that. Shock dart, just dodge. He's on the edge of it. Rushia with a solitary point of health. Now looks to challenge. The shock dart's expended.
Standing ahead.
No connection for Shieldfat. He himself is low, and that's Rushia! XP1 scenarios all across the map. Worked the map to get rid of that util early as well. Very quick hit over towards the B side already starting to unfold. YU Shieldfat dealt with YZ. Able to get this Spectre involved. Juicy's dealt with it Speedway now running headlock into Spring and dispatches him with ease.
And that's a YZ moment early on. 8 HP. What if I go for more anti-eco kills?
7 more than he needs.
Continue to hunt.
Protecting himself against potential spam from Shieldfat. Shieldfat not shoulder peeking this. He's waiting off another form of info gain. Does have Juicy watching from an off lane. So, oh, buddy! Finds the time absolutely perfectly. And there's a refresh of the dark cover in B main, so BILIBILI don't walk up B yet.
BLG now lacking their space creator when they want to go for an execute. Some of those trips have been dealt with a bit of that defensive utility.
Standing ahead.
They're still so spread across the map though, BLG. K9 is trying to really sell this presence on B as they slowly creep towards A, but they still have to deal with a couple of deadlock trips. There are multiple Wolves players there.
K9 can't convert. Shieldfat's able to get away, or not! Gotta respect how close K9 was, but Juicy at least gets involved. Here from main, that A presence has been neutralized in the dying seconds of the round. There's a plant here from BILIBILI.
How are they still winning these fights? There was very little time left. They're pressured to run into the site. Juicy has multiple flashes to try and get out of this dark cover as soon as the molly expires. But BLG, they're playing anti, shouldn't get blinded up.
Tard, of course, firing at that clone. Foray here from Tree. Juicy makes a bit of noise, but the door is shut.
They've split up. He has to break it.
Door is down, but that is time that has been bled off the clock. Levius shrugs off the flash, is ready to take the fight. A second one comes in, and Juicy runs into his line. Lysor, the veteran, on the site, gives it a tap. Oh, presents!
Play when you're facing down a null command.
Dangerous here. Hunter's Fury now coming out from Shieldfat. He knows his action over towards mid. Why is he trying to dodge away from those blasts? Levius that was handled on the B side. He just walked into main on his own. Lysor turns the flash and there's trade potential, but it's not necessary. Lysor is having one. Last couple of rounds, 4 kills for him. Big impact.
He's had enough of the chatter online, the criticism. He's stepping up when they needed him most. YZ trying to even things up. And Spring caught alone in the corner.
There's another potential double up for the defenders here, though. YU is going to be... What is this? Okay, Annihilation drawn out. YZ trying to play ahead of it. Gets rid of Lysor, but can he save his compatriot? Oh, Rushia. It's too late to save him for the cocoon. YZ has to play through 3. Has the spike to hand at least. The time is not on his side, Wyatt.
Where will he attempt to go? Or at this point,
home.
Probably just save, yeah. Take a stroll right out of there into the attack spawn. Keep this rifle into the next. As you mentioned, BLG, they had that economic base that you get just from winning the anti-eco early, which has applied so much pressure to Wolves, just knowing coming into every single round that their economy is hanging in the balance. It's on the line. They could get eco.
Maybe around 6 now. It is still BILIBILI with the ability to buy and a lot of ultimates in hand. Juicy! A little disconnected from the rest of Wolves there.
But still, though, I can't blame him. He's happy to try to take these fights when he has the gate crash to get away. But to be fair, he was close to the kill on YZ. Certainly have rather gone for a play like that with the off. All right, here comes the null command. Hit coming through. Hey, I love this from Wolves. Double up in main. Try to get the kill on Rusha.
I picked the wrong player to try and collapse on, though. YZ instantly is there. Rusha bailed out of having to go 1 versus 2. Great execution and pretty cheaply done. Just the null command committed here by Bilibili. Can sit back on a post plant with a Hunt's Fury and a whole lot else to play off of now, especially with lockdown being earned.
That was the right pivot attempt from Wolves to get a couple players in main so you could try to isolate the one guy on that split in the for the 4-1 hit, but Arusha crucially just wins out that duel. Yeah, for me, one of the players who has stepped up the most from watching the playoff run into Toronto.
Okay, Zilfat probably doesn't want to swing on this one. Firing squad. Undoubtedly the key to the game here for Wolves. YZ gets very far up on site very early. Spring trying to get onto the site, but he has to walk through a fragment. Takes a bunch of damage on the way in. YU playing out from tree. He's able to find a pick here, and there's Rusha going down. They're lit up here by this over util. Wolves taking it slow. Pinkspiel tearing Bilibili apart. Spike's loose out in front of K-Knight, and he's got 3 guns to get past.
I have the spike.
I'll handle this.
Dimensional drift just to confirm. Yes, K-Knight is here. Wolves set up to close the net.
I'm even pinged by the cam. This is a nightmare.
K-Knight still with a decent amount of health.
Oh, inside that. Oh, my. Stuff in the corner. We're already into the next one. Oh, my word. And Juicy's picked up the op. Oh, he's just greedy, though, and gets punished.
Unrecoverable for YZ, but you were right. That save in the last round from Lysor. Definitely trending towards an early op into the hands of the Yoru.
And don't even end up needing that cash when they just recover a bunch of rifles, win out the eco round, put BLG in a pretty horrific economic situation for the first time in this half, outside of when they lost the pistol, but then immediately won that eco of their own.
I wonder what triggered the use of this barrier here from Lysor. Might have just been arbitrarily thrown out, so it doesn't have much longer to stand. It will be cleared anyway. Gravnet caught. YZ wants to go for it. Relay bolt comes in. Dangerous now. Hunter's Fury, but Lysor is trying to dodge away from it. Now YZ's unleashed. Looking for some connection off this overdrive, but Zilfat's waiting for him. Spring's going to be there. Spray under the door just as it comes down. And a Bilibili are hampered. Down to 2.
Look at this now with their Sentinel down. Pay attention to YU. He's wrapping all the way back to A main. This is going to be a multi-pronged retake. BLG know they need to get proactive, but they're punished for it.
They had to go for it. Try and get some more extremity control of this A side, but eventually the Wolves hunt them down. Bilibili off a decent start. Trade
everyone out of B. Still, look at the amount of tripwires littered across this site.
The shocks aren't actually clearing any of that utility here from the Sentinels, Wyatt. So now Zilfat can sit back, go for a spray. Spring to the drop of Rusha. Where is the rest of BLG? They can't get off Speedway at all. Bilibili will be humbled somewhat. Forced down to a bit of a half buy. Rusha with a bit of a variation on positioning there. A bit further back, but it's pinged out by the looks of things. Lysor just takes him out of the game instantly.
He is hitting right now. Aim is on point. Intuition guiding him there. Just got the trip for mid info. Pretty standard stuff. Juicy is rotated to pick up towards Tree. They've really got their eyes on everything. There's such a deep trip in B main that had to be cleared as well. Bilibili do remove both of the trap wires from the map.
Better pace this time for Bilibili. Diligent clearing of this Sentinel stall and info utility.
But even still, with Rusha down, having to hit a site without being able to obscure any angles.
No smokes left.
Brutal for them.
Contacting to an offline is always dangerous in that situation too, but Juicy doesn't land the shot. He's going to be forced back as well by the 0 point. Annihilation popped here by Lysor. Bilibili have a chance to respond, and they opt to back out.
They're going straight to B. Juicy catches them on the rotate to market. Again, those lack of smokes, just making it a nightmare to play against this operator. There's been a from the shadows backside entrenched is Spring with Zilfat.
And now Spring is able to get into Boathouse with that TP. Extra players to bolster the B-hold, and K-Knight has got to go for it. Caution to the wind thrown. Zilfat brings a stabilizing aspect.
The setup from Wolves right now is so good. Flash is crucial to get Juicy out of there. Lysor wants to fight, can get back to actually help.
Lysor didn't want to give up the space. Eventually, though, he has to. Juicy just takes a further back line. Relay bolt's got to be respected, and here comes YZ to collect. The operator taken loose. Lysol steps up and only gets the one at Spring. Moves out onto the side. Gotta respect the fragment. At least gets his pound of flesh. This puts Wolves now. Is Sufat in a position to make use of this recon bolt to spray into the side?
Just waiting to see if he even just risk ripping the Hunter's Fury to try and kill the planter in this situation. Doesn't want to. They're definitely going for this.
He's the danger player.
Their money is out of control.
Eyes on the Sova. YU Cam, that'll be cleared. Sufat spray has forced K-Knight out of the open somewhat. Bolt gonna be cleared. YU, oh, there's a ping, and Russia is handled. Sufat trying to find K-Knight in that direction. He's considering even diving in for this one. Confirms his location. It's K-Knight v Sufat. A shot, he gets the job done. At B main. Check back in with that one. Levius gets out. Okay, why is he caught inside a Sonic Sensor by the looks of things, but a relay ball catches Lysor in main. Off the line in B. No encounter there, but Rushi has dealt with him. That's your controller down. Midway through the round, Levius eventually wins that encounter. That's the Opping Yoru dropped, and YU's trying to rotate him, but K-Knight is already there. BILIBILI have done enough to get this B plant.
That was such a fast maneuver from BLG to get over to this B site. That was a moment again where they were lacking smokes from Russia, no dark cover to protect them when they had to cross through mid. But K-Knight wins that duel and Levius cracks the site open. What a high impact kill on that lurk.
200's Furies in the pocket for both sides. Okay, here comes the attack side one first. K-Knight looking to scout, see where this retake might originate from. He's found nothing. Sufat wants to try and light up with a recon and then make the play instantly into Boathouse. This is looking dangerous. Already get hit. Lysor handled those springs, trying to get ahead of the action. It's all on Sufat now. Standout player for Wolves. They can't do
ones who you're going to need to activate to win out this game. Lysor playing so well. IGL, Sufat doing it all individually and leading the team here. Intentions of going to this B side early from Wolves.
Big damage taken by Lysor early, but it's YU pushing down Speedway. Look at the pace here from Wolves. We talked about them adapting to go a bit more up-tempo. This attack side pistol exemplifies that. Nap just caught red-handed. Util in his grasp, and YZ takes a little bit too long to find that kill, allows Spring a third. And now he's going to have to do it in a 1v4.
We said his name, and Spring has appeared in this round. He gets a pivotal 3K. That paranoia connecting for an easy kill on lane to open things up feels absolutely impossible for YZ here. There's no way this should be winnable.
All right, they'll be starting to hound at YZ in the next few moments, and he knows he has neither the time nor the wherewithal to clear out.
Let's see if Juicy can do something with this Guardian. Grabbing it, they want to catch someone early in B main. Looks like they want to accelerate too, but the Mollies will keep them at bay temporarily.
K-Knight caught here by the paranoia, up by Logs, and here comes Wolves again with his weaker bonus buy. Need to make something happen. Levius with a quick spray down for 2. YZ faces down the bucket, comes off arguably second best. And that's a gun recovered by Spring. No info on where Russia is though. Now he knows he can look over towards Sports side, and you're kidding me, it's ridiculous. Just an alarm bot to catch this. K-Knight trying to play on it. Juicy takes that contact. It's going to be traded out. Good enough for Wolves for now. Shrug off the relay bolt. They're into this B site. No smoke over towards defense side though.
Here we go.
Something YZ could capitalize on. And here comes the overdrive. He takes a lot of damage in that encounter. But takes YU off the map. Still 3 rifles active for Wolves, and they've got Sufat on the side for a plant. Here comes that controller util now.
That was such a strange cage from YU. It helped the other team more than it helped him. Double flank coming right now through B main. Wolves have fully pivoted towards the site. They could get overwhelmed. This is dangerous, but Spring!
Sonic Sensor there in market, I think, forced Russia back. He couldn't get involved in Spring. He's on for 4. 2 bloody goods!
To be now free open sight.
5 pairs of ankles snapped clean off with these map rotations. Why BILIBILI limping to respond, but they're caught outside the map, and YU fells Knight through market.
And now he just needs to get out of dodge, get back into B main. Spike is being planted by Sufat, means the Hunter's Fury is ready to go when the retake is coming in. They need to get YU here. Great reposition from Juicy. He's going to hold the cross, try and protect his teammate.
YU tucked. Surely's heard some of this.
Oh, Juicy falls back. He could be in trouble.
Oh, what a shot! YZ slides on in, immediately decapitated. Sufat here wants some information, so the Hunter's Fury comes out and Rushia was caught as he made his way down. 2v2 now, Levius. Looks like he was caught up inside that sonic sensor though, and Lysol has a grab net where that came from. Now to play off this slowing util. Levius and Neff, time not on their side. They have to make a move. A tap on the spike and Sufat tries to deliver. He'll cut Neff down to 34 and Lysol just needs to be patient. No time for BLG.
They are fully stacked up, wanting to get through A main. How do BLG respond? Do they stay entrenched?
He's sticking it. Rushi there does get the ping. He knows that Wolves are up on him, but how is he going to get some breathing room here? Juicy just overloads it. Brute force solution to the problem.
I don't even know how he killed Sufat. All right, Wolves routed because of that lockdown, having to pivot back. YZ is deep on the map right now, push through. What do Wolves do? It looks like they want to just cut noise and try and re-hit into A. Dark cover is going to cut off Levius. Does he want to get active? Does he want to try to find a kill here?
Knight doesn't have recon. He can't light this up for Levius. He's going to have to be flying blind, literally shooting in the dark. Spring gets off the plant now, aware that there's a player caught inside this wall. Levius has got nowhere to go. He's stuck there.
He's boxed. He can't even move.
And it's on YZ for the game. For the map pick of BILIBILI, they won 13-4 against Wolves last time they played. But this is a different Wolves, a different pace, a different gear, a different level.
They are just playing with an effortlessness on this attack. They look fantastic right now.
Brutal stuff, YZ. Dispatched!
Feign some presence as Sufat IGL remains inserted. Dark cover in B main. Walk down from YZ solo in mid. This is dangerous. He could get caught.
Oh, the timing was pretty good from Spring just after the clear had come from the Trailblazer. But YZ at least is able to react to complete the kill.
That instant dink just gets Spring. The hit punch couldn't actually get his crosshair back on him. K-Knight spots up the other two. That's a very weak YU. Susceptible to the nade. Has to get out of the way. Just going to damage up Lysor. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. The entirety of BLG are here.
Wolves low. They are beaten black and blue by some of this util exchange across the map. They're going to go for it. Leviuso's waiting for them. Into his clutches falls YU. Juicy though does finally get rid of that 10 HP YZ in heaven. But Rushia simply steps up in his stead. Spike loose. Classy little right click.
10 seconds left.
That's the round. Put away.
Things just getting entirely disconnected. Better of taking that. Just collects the orb happily. One away from the showstopper. Keep your eyes on that. If he can find a kill somewhere, things get scrappy. He could win this round for the team.
Solid reception there though by Knight. Trading evenly are the defenders. And leaves only Sufat, the one to emerge from the dust cloud in mid. Now needs to kind of wait for his teammates on the extremities to give him a little bit more of an inkling where the remainers of BILIBILI are arranged.
YZ is currently pressing up towards A main, if you look at that on the minimap. That's going to keep BLG interested towards
timing.
This side of the map. Wow, they're rotating through mid right now. YU just catches the first, and Sufat turns around. Billy getting way too happy to explore on the map.
30 seconds left.
And that call, instead to explore the extremities further, but to bolster that mid-presence for Wolves, pays off beautifully. It sees YU emerge on the perfect timing to unseat them. This leaves YZ in a position. Paint shell still to hand. Sufat relatively low. It's a big ask for even the best in this situation. I count YZ among them. He, too, feels that discretion might be the better part of valor here. Wyatt, they have to fight another day.
He did full invest into the Phantom this round, so certainly wants to keep that. Has the lowest credits on the team due to the ones walking up on that side of the map, but the defensive cam is getting info there. Things are starting to increase with the tempo. Juicy is getting into vents right now. We'll take an engagement. Oh, what is that timing? Brutal!
Showstopper immediately developed, and Lysol was just tucked on the corner. YZ getting away with everything there. Levius is pushed up now. Net closing on Sufat. He's able to deal with YZ, but time wasn't there anyway for Wolves. It would have been a struggle for them to get anywhere on the map after that. A little bit too slow, a little bit too awkward. Looks like B was the call, in fact.
Just going to throw up that poison cloud, so Sufat can likely get onto this orb. It's just one away from the knife. Oh, love to have that, but with Spring down there. Cover going. Great opportunity to use it. They fully invested into this.
Rushia had the perfect location there to punish that poison orb. Found a gap just above it. And this is where Wolves have look to struggle a bit. That slow momentum, converting those 4v5s has been really challenging for them.
This is interesting. That's a unique double face. Juicy wins a 1v1 against YZ in mid in the meantime.
That's going to be a boost, no doubt about it. YUC's Neff, there's no opportunity for a swing. Levius remain hidden. So Juicy is claimed. YU lingers in mid though, wants to take this fight. Really trying to get into heaven, I think, with some burst of momentum. And Lysor opens up an opportunity at the B side. That is massive. Now it's K-Knight, who doesn't quite know really if the plan is to stick to B, but Lysor's going to reveal the intent of Wolves now. YU wants to keep this Cypher as busy as possible for as long as possible, and the surely. Showstopper though didn't find much, still a quick push here from Wolves. Looking for that ramp control now, post-nightfall. It's K-Knight there. Oh, the spray through the cyber cage is sublime. Levius also, to his right, can assist, but Juicy. Okay, you can't account for those, you can't count on them. That's given Wolves another way into the round.
They want to press forward. Juicy wants to break the crosshairs a little bit ahead of the rest of the pack, but Neff goes back in, wants to find that kill. And now YZ caught with the judge alone, tucked in hell.
No chance to make good use of this weapon in this round, and even here it's awkward. It's long range, downwind.
30 seconds left.
And Rushi's got to step into this 1v3 with a little bit of alacrity. Juicy's handled, but from below, it's Spring and Seal Fat.
Potentially being encircled, but they win out all the duels. Rusha early peak. Of course, just with a ghost on this, Eco, Spring, back to doing what we know best from him on this split map, which is just playing B main, taking it over.
This time Rusha, though, steps pretty far forward. You can see where the omen for Bilibili went down. Spring on a passive line is able to find an easy kill.
I know exactly where.
Juicy, man, I'm getting excited about him, Wyatt. He's been able to find these opportunities in a 4 versus 5 to give Wolves away into the round. Now they get a rare situation where they start from the front. You can see how much better they look here. Levius onto the line, but shows his gun barrel, and Spring cuts them down one after another. Easy B take for Wolves.
This round is as good as done. Juicy maybe hoping he could be the one to get a couple of these kills, get even closer to that showstopper that he's nearing, just 2 away right now.
Oh, uncomfortable. So that's a gun recovered. Spring now, with YZ being low, getting topped up here by Neff. A rare case of that healing is relevant. What a swing. It's getting a little costly for Wolves, but with multiple consecutive round wins, they've got a bit of bank, a bit of cushion. It's only a stinger that Neff would be maintaining. He'd have to cross in the dying seconds, I think, to pick up this rifle, and Juicy does not want to allow for that. But at some point, Wolves have to get out of dodge. They've got to get off the site. Juicy checks it. It's not good enough. Neff finds him flash, eventually handled over on B.
And it looks like Billy, they want to explore. They feel like they need to get some more info on the map. The timing on the cam is so unlucky for YU. And off that double push, now Wolves, they want to accelerate, hoping that the B site is going to be a bit lighter. Operator still here. First shot connected by YZ.
Oh, I spoke too soon. YZ gets the action he was hoping for in this round. Rushia on the side, anchors in there. YZ get another one with the op, and Juicy
Down B.
has a round collapse all around him. Okay, Levius here should be unseated somewhat, but can hold his ground and convert. Wolves, you think they make the right choice and they deal with the vibe that's been a minute at the start. Juicy might be quicker about getting up here.
And now giving up vent, they want to take space elsewhere. Multiple players from BLG fighting towards A main. They want to fight up. Juicy is in. What a bizarre situation.
Why is he able to win it out there with a showstopper? Neff caught inside that fade util, and Sufat is able to convert. Bizarre round, absolutely ridiculous. Heaven maintained by Lysor with an operator of all things.
Spike being planted for him.
Oh, just misses on that shot. Stand out in the first map. At least gets back to safety now, anchored deep in this A side, and it's the loose end of Spring. That could be a problem for the defenders on the retake.
So late, he can just wait by his time. He wants to face in. I don't know about that. It's just not necessary. It's opened things up for Bilibili.
Lysor needs to connect this op shot now. They have one chance only, and he delivers. That leaves it on Levius's desk. Fortunately, in this round, he's feeling more like a paperweight than anything else. Off he goes. And Wolves, it's a ham-fisted, haphazard round, but they fight through ropes into A.
Crazy situation with YZ ripping the showstopper.
Definitely more tentative looks from Wolves. None of that Audacious shove to the mid. And there it is, Juicy on the op. Man, again, he makes the opening. Gets caught out by Nep, but surely some follow-up is there, and at least Wolves are able to trade somewhat efficiently into this A site.
That was a slow trade. Juicy getting a little bit disconnected from YU, who needed to win that duel and does come up. BLG, do they risk this? They need to find a kill somewhere, but Spring on this lurk timing.
Their economy in the balance, it's teetering, and this time Spring has the timing. Rolls in reverse, and Spring delivers for Flame 2. Nice handled. Leisurely walked onto that site. This time it's a more passive, more patient start, but now we have an encounter brewing amid these smokes. Oh, Rushi is spotted. Spring hardly takes any damage though. That's a gun advantage. He looks to exacerbate, and once more history repeats itself. Spring a little bit low, but he's done the most. He has gotten everybody looking at this B side, distributing catnip amongst BLG. So Knight has to step up, try and stop the bleeding. It's not possible.
30 seconds left.
Spring, just no doubt, has been one of the best players of this Swiss stage. When we watched him online during the run to get here, oftentimes volatile because of his willingness to just take fights on lurks, on defense, play a lot of off angles. He loves to take a duel. But when he's playing like this, he just looks like a god among men. He had games like that online, but when he had misses, that was putting the rest of the squad in tough positions trying to recover. He is... Supat drawing some attention towards mid, center. The Prowler breaks the boom bar. Here comes the aggression towards A.
Juicy needs a clean open.
Oh, he's caught in the open.
Just before the cyber cage came down, Juicy gets into the site without being picked up, and YC is just entrenched here at ramp and can't get out. Caught up, Rashid, nice timing. Silfat dealt with, and now it's Juicy. Deep as he is. Just got the ping on Rashid's location and takes the challenge. He needs yet another one. And Juicy,
the swing! Back same for Juicy. Sees Nate combo coming through. No connection.
Spring here by the Trailblazer, stunned up, but K9 is going to be a problem here, emerging from ropes. Cutting Wolves off at the knees. Spring had to find a way to stand up, but he was surrounded. And so it's Lysor, someone who we delightedly highlighted in the first map. He's a set gameplay. This is still good. Diligent opener for BILIBILI. Forcing Spring away.
With that attention on mid-weight, is this a timing for Levius? Oh, Spring catches him despite taking a lot of damage. And here's the execute onto the B site.
Juicy from Rafter.
Fully blinded.
Shrugs it off though. Just around the corner is K9. Blast back thrown out to disrupt potentially Lysor.
30 seconds
gets his
left.
in the back of the side, and Juicy's now tucked. But why is he able just to swoop around the corner? Spring, just all of his targets evading him. So nice from BILIBILI, very clean. Securing this bonus means that we might have ourselves an even game on our hands.
Does YU try and go for this? Can he find a first kill? He's going to have to break this tripwire. Give up his positioning, swing out. Oh, so much damage.
He's done.
Just too many players able to fake.
Towards defense side spawn here.
30 seconds left.
Lysor trying to hold the left side of this, but crosshair positioning broken as Nep dives on out. Lysor here has to come alive. And that might just be enough. Stunning follow-up.
One enemy remaining.
Levius here is bereft of teammates, running out of time. It certainly doesn't have a lot of options at his disposal. Wolves finally rewarded for their patience, trying not to over-rotate early, even though Juicy was at risk of doing just that. Levius doesn't have time to plant here. It's done.
That really is the key. Both of these teams just playing that slow style on attack, not
a lighter touch. Patient, trying to work the map. They pulled a bunch of early rotations from Wolves in the previous rounds. Levius has walked up and he didn't know there was still so much presence at B. Okay, time to anchor.
They want to get in. Wow, from the shadows actually popped. YU getting some assistance with Lysor here.
I've got your trade.
There's no follow-up for Spring. There's no way to double down on at least secure a trade. YU good for it though. Lysor to the rescue. Just the one this time around, but one might be enough. There's Rushia. Down to 33 health for two players about to cost him from that heaven side. This would have to be a monumental clutch. Pinged out by the Horde, and Juicy comfortably dispatches. Now, that money stuck in the bag about this operator buy.
I could see a situation here where this trip gets broken and maybe a showstopper comes through. Yep, there it is from Juicy, who can't even get it off in time.
Okay, that's a bit of a miss, no doubt about it. Silfat, though, sees a golden opportunity to play off that season, gets one, but doesn't expect there to be so many. Almost recovers in time, but it's not to be. And Lysor, there was an opportunity there, a chance. to stop BILIBILI in their tracks. The patience from the attackers has absolutely paid off.
10 seconds left.
And why he's got no business being on that B side of the map.
Just a moment away from Juicy likely converting 2 if he was able to get that rocket fired. But Neff was a little bit too quick with the spray down. And Juicy was just hesitant for but a slight moment before popping that showstopper too when he was in the corner. All those little things adding up, spelling disaster for the side of Wolves. They've still got enough money to buy here. We head into the next round. Still.
Feels like a more subtle approach to controlling Mailroom, and Heaven might be in order.
He doesn't really have anyone to swing off of him. Why is he running forward? What a spray down from Juicy! No one able to trade. K-Knight trying to get into the site, trying to make something happen.
We pushed up with an off. Wisey was out in front of the Wyatt. This time, Juicy! Patience! What the Doctor ordered to crack this site open. Spring. Decent little intuition, but it's about to back away. The Viper's Pit's coming right down. Juicy sees a chance to trade and deals with the raise. Now can turn his attention to the site itself, but it's wayward. Levius holds his ground. Neff low, but still being made use of on the A side to keep a couple Wolves players there. TP though in from Russia to bolster the attack side, forces it B. Neural Theft forces Sealfan out, and now they know where the Fade is playing from.
You could see Subasa really wanted to get in, but couldn't find the timing. Neff, patience required. He can't overplay his hand. Just simply existing in the backline, so Wolves know eventually they'll have to deal with this flank. Look at Lyxor, the way he has to adjust, just expecting this flank to come at some point. But Neff merely needs to stay alive. Keep them distracted.
Lyxor. Critics be damned. Fights 2. Tries to open this up, but now 1v2 for the round, and time really not working for him at all. Maybe looking to keep a cap on these guns. Get in there and give it a tap. But unfortunately, his contemporaries fell apart on the early to mid rounds. Rotations to pull across the map. And finally, these burst executes.
Full investment here for Wolves. This could be worth 2 for BLG, but the spam through from Zufat collects onto K-Knight. Nightfall ripped through ramps, connecting onto multiple players now.
Despite this, Neff still looking for opportunities to get onto the A side proper. Why is he that decay now dissipating? They've shrugged off the Nightfall.
And all the while, Wolves that had no reason to get off of this A site. Look at the rest of the map. Still unbreakable trip. Place in mid, and an AWP picked up from Juicy that's controlling B. Making it steadfast. 3 players ready here on A.
Right now, they got the perfect coverage. It's up to BLG here to generally manifest an opportunity.
Look at this Spring, aware. Wants to double up, play a crossfire with YU.
He's going to be rewarded if he holds this. Trap cleared there, Spring into action for 2. BLG now spikes in mid, but their players are over on the A side of the map. All but unrecoverable, this situation. Speed will just bide his time. Could trade his life, that's fine.
One enemy
Wisey
remaining.
pops up and pops right back down. Not the kind of game of whack-a-mole he's looking to play. He's on the wrong side of that arrangement. Still prevails against Spring, but there are other players waiting for him, licking their lips.
Potentially doing the unthinkable. Juicy locking down B main with this op. Can he find the opening?
Camping down, it's K-Knight down already. And yet, BILIBILI still determined to look for something here at B. Why you overextend, showstopper, Wisey. Oh, he gets tracked by Juicy. Now he can fall back onto the side, still with this op in hand. Neural Theft revealing the BLG are all about this B side hit, and so Juicy finds yet another. 3 kills with the op in this round. And he knows, he feels the weight of consequence on his shoulders. He knows how close Wolves are to completing a miracle run here through groups. Just one more step. Neff low, Viper's Pit up here for Levius. They've at least got that to work with the BILIBILI. They're fully committed. Still no spike plant. Levius has not found a window in order to deploy that. And Neff is looking for a timing, a way out. Lyxor deals with him. And it's on Levius now, all on the Viper, who still hasn't found a chance to plant. And it just so happens it's